when I say vocab Malone, the reason he's watching is because it's like boxing. Before you go in the ring and fight somebody, you gotta watch how they fight. You gotta watch their favorite moves. You study your opponent, so that way you can find a way to defeat them. And that's why vocab Malone made the statement that he watches the videos more times than we do, because he's trying to find just like they do here, how shy, trying to find a way in which they can catch him in his words, his teaching. And that's what he's trying to do, man. He wrote up to one of the camps. He made a statement about the comforter, but he said the word in the Greek without translating to the brothers what the word actually means. Because people are like, yeah, I've got them now. They don't know what that word is.
Right.
And which does not make sense, because we speak English. We go into the English words to find out what the word is in the Greek, and what the meaning is. 2 days later, we can forget that word, man.
Right.
We don't memorize it, man.
Right.
But that's what he's doing. We're trying to find ways. Okay, I'm gonna watch. This is what they said about this. I'm gonna use this scripture to go around it.
Right.
This is what they said about this. I'm gonna use this scripture to go around it.
Right.
Constantly trying to. That's why he thought he had it when he moved to those brothers in Dallas. He thought he had it.
Right.
He thought he had, okay, I'm gonna bring up this, I'm gonna bring up that, and I'm gonna get them this time.
Right.
Because what did they say? They advised that before you go up to any Hebrew Israelites camps,
Ask them this question.
make sure you know the Bible, man. They have a whole list of questions that you can ask them, or how to try and cast. But every single time that always fails, man.
Yeah.
Because why? Because this is the Heavenly Father's word. The Heavenly Father's counsel, man.
Yeah.
Hasn't he also written a book on how to deal with Israel, Hebrew Israelites?
Yeah. You can Google it. Okay, before you roll up to them, this is the question that you ask them. And then they come to the camps, they ask those questions, and they get cut still anyway, man.
Yeah, but though, just because we may forget a word, that don't mean that this word is disannualized. That don't mean that these guys are gone. They don't know what they're talking about. They're not gonna move. Now we're gonna withdraw from our purpose because we forgot a word. Come on, man, that's silly. That's foolishness. Go on, brother.
St. Matthew chapter 16, verse 18. And I say also unto thee, thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church.
Right, and upon this rock I will build my church, man. It's the word Peter means just that, rock. The Greek word petra. Go on.
And the gates of hell,
right, and the gates of hell, go on,
shall not prevail against it.
Right, so the gates of hell shall not prevail against this truth. Okay, and vocab alone, he's a big part of that gate of hell that's trying to prevail against this, but it cannot be overthrown. All right, this is of the Most High, man. This is of the Creator. Do you not understand? Come on, man. Like there's countless of scriptures showing you that the Maker made a pact and a deal with us, man, a covenant, and He's with us to this very day. Okay, even unto the last days, He's with us right now.
Right.
Even unto the other side of the world, He's still with us. So if He's with us, we're going to obviously come to the conclusion that with the Israelites, the book's going to be open, right? And we're going to find out all things that is in here. Go on, bro.
This is Luke 21 and 15, and it says, "For I will give you a mouth and wisdom."
Right, I will give you a mouth and wisdom, so that we all know that wisdom coming from the Most High. According to Sirach chapter 1, go on.
"Which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist."
You read that again?
"For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist."
And that's why each and every time an individual comes up, as I've seen, right? Each and every time an individual comes up against us, as I've seen throughout my years of being in the truth, the argument was always deconstructed, man. The argument was always overthrown, and it's even happened even in this camp, okay, and other camps. Every time somebody comes up to try to deconstruct what we're saying, we always win at the end of the argument. Okay? Why? Because the Most High gave us a wisdom and a mouth that our adversaries, which they're really Satan, walking in the spirit of Satan, they can't come up against us.
That's why.
Okay.
When they get cut, they change topics quickly.
Right. And then they say, "Oh, you advocate violence." So he couldn't get us on that argument. Now he's trying to say that we advocate violence, trying to throw us under the bus now.
But you guys did
It's terrorists, right? That's the next thing they do because they can't win a debate. They can't debate the truth.
Yeah.
So they have the result, and they have the pretty much result to giving forth a low blow now.
Yeah.
All right, but that's not going to work. That can't work.
I got two precepts.
Like it was straight after that meeting, he re-uploaded that event, the one the apostles had with Polite when they went into the whole situation about the red doctrine. He re-uploaded on his channel, man. What does that show you? He failed. He failed. So you have to bring back the slander. You know?
And the reason why Apostle Ella Tahar keeps on going on about vocab, he goes on and on. You know why? Because he's a fucking demon. That's why.
Right, but you know, that demon, he could be a demon, that's fine. Because all he's going to do is make us sharper. Because there may be certain things we don't really remember. And then we will fall back and read on what we found, what we didn't say before, and come back stronger.
Right.
But in his mind, he's thinking, oh, I got them. See? No, you ain't got us. Because we still gonna be doing this work, and we still gonna call you who you are, an Edomite, and we're still gonna tell you your future is gonna be you're gonna be a slave.
That's right.
Okay. Go on, brother.
So it says Psalms chapter 34, verse 7. The angel of Yahweh encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them.
And right, and this camp is a prime example. And you have other camps in GMS that are prime examples, but we always get chariots. That's why I said that. But those are the angels that are surrounding the camp. So we know, just based on that scripture right there and other scriptures, we know that the Lord is with us. Okay? We don't have to go to no teacher to go learn this thing, although we were taught by this truth. We were taught by elders that were holy men, and now we've become adjusted to being holy men now. And this is something that vocab and these other theologians don't want our people to be. They don't want our people to come back to who they are, as holy men of the Most High. They want us to be in a state of niggardism. They want us to be in a state of darkness. They want us to be in a state of despair, like I said earlier before. That's what they want. All right, they want to see niggas wrapping it up and freestyling all day and smoking weed and just doing all of this bullshit. They're comfortable with that. But the minute a Negro wakes up to who he is and puts away that bullshit, right, and breaks the scriptures down and deals with reality as it is, all of a sudden we a threat now. All right, that's when it becomes real. That's when because all they want to see is they just want to see us perform some kind of mockery. They want to be able to mock us and talk all kind of negativity about our people. That's what they want. They want to be able to do that for the rest of their lives in their generation. But what they don't want is they don't want us to come to our senses and realize what the fuck is going on out here. And what's going on with this Bible too. Go on, brother.
Yeah, so it said, the angel of the Lord campeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them, because when you got all these scoffers and vocab Maloney with his name is, when they come against us with whatever they got to say, even though brothers might not know what to say, the Most High is going to give you a mouth to defend the gospel. Okay, so that's how the Lord delivereth you out of the hands of your adversaries. Okay, that's how the Most High, his angels encampeth around them that fear him and deliver him.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
You know, the Most High will put a spirit upon, don't think about the words you got to say. The Most High will put a spirit, an angel round about you to guide your words, man. Alright? At that exact moment. That's how the Lord delivereth you. Alright, on the spiritual level. Okay?
And you know too, when I saw, because I mean I didn't watch the whole video, but I saw, I mean I already knew the spirit that them brothers in Dallas, come on man, that guy's lightweight, man. He's no one to really be afraid of or to be scared about. Okay, if anyone should be scared, it should be his eyes. That's why he's doing more watching the videos, so he can find some kind of loophole so that this truth can be without, and then that way he don't have to take what we're saying seriously. Because you better believe he takes what we're saying seriously. So his thing is okay, let me find out if this is the actual truth. Let me go down there and shut these guys down and see what these guys do. Because they're afraid and they're scared, man. They're also scared at the same time. They got all kind of emotions flowing through their veins right now. You know? And they really want to see they really want to see this truth to cease, man. Go on.
This is Psalms 116, verse 6. The Lord preserveth the simple.
Right, the Lord preserveth the simple. So you may have a brother that's kind of simple. he don't know too much in the truth, but the Lord will then guide him to know these scriptures a little bit more, and he'll become, you know, a higher learned brother. Okay. Or sometimes, you know, a higher learned brother may be simple sometimes. He may not remember certain things or what have you. But then again, the Lord will bring these things in his mind so that he could just defend the gospel.
Right.
Okay? Because we're in the flesh. Sometimes we falter. Sometimes we fall, you know, we're not always in a good state of mind, so to speak. Okay?
Right.
Now, you got brothers at work. You got brothers that's got all kind of, you know, illnesses or what have you. So the brothers ain't always going to be 100%. But the Lord will always be there to guide and to deliver us while we're being debated. Okay? And that's just the thing, and that shows you, you know, in that aspect that there's a higher power that you cannot resist, man. Whoever resisted the will of the Most High, no one did. Go on, man.
Yeah, right. Because the Most High always preserved us as a nation. Jim said, He led us out of Canaan and went from nation to nation, and He suffered no king to do us harm. So the Most High always preserved us as a nation. Okay, but even going down to the elect, the Most High always preserves His elect. Out of every captivity, the Most High always left a remnant. Okay, so the Most High always preserves us, because our existence as a people has always been threatened by the other nations. The other nations has always sought to get rid of us, to exterminate us, to enslave us, all right, to demean us, to put us down, to dehumanize us, okay, to destroy us, man. Okay, but the Most High has always been with us throughout the ages, all right, and He's always really been with His elect, all right, because the whole nation comes through the elect anyway.
Right.
Okay, so the Most High preserves the simple. The simple is us, all right, the elect. The Most High preserves us when we were born into this world. Car crashes, sicknesses. The Most High always preserve any near-death experiences. The Most High always preserved you through those experiences, man. All right, and He's always going to preserve you until the point of that's what I said. There's some that are standing here that shall not taste of death. That's the Most High preserving. All right, that's what it says. 2nd Esdras 16, verse 74. Excuse me. Yeah. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide. All right, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord God. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. So the Most High is to guide us, man. And that the Most High sets certain spirits around us, encampeth around us, all right? Them that fear Him. Fear Him meaning keeping His commandments. We fear His judgment, all right? The majority of people, they don't fear the Most High judgment. The Most High is not going to send His spirits to guide them. So they're going to be lost, as in a man stumble in darkness, man. They're finding off no way. The Most High will set a light before us. So the road is right before us, man. So when we're traveling through that narrow passageway, we can see the road, man. We can see the kingdom, all right? Because the Most High has given us that faith, all right? Giving us that spirit of fear to fear Him, okay? So therefore, the Most High will always be with us and be our guide, all right? On a spiritual level, you know?
It's Isaiah 1:9, and it says, except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we would have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah.
Right. In other words, the nation would have been destroyed forever, like Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed forever. So everything begins with the remnant of Israel, and that's what the Lord is pinpointing right now. Is the remnant. Now Esau may think, okay, we can keep the majority of Israel astray and deceived, then we can still do what we gotta do, but not realizing the Lord is only concerned with a select few, which is of the nation anyway. All right, which they're the progenitor of that nation. Okay, that's why we're considered the first fruits. Lord willing, we be those men. It all begins with the first fruits. So if you can't deceive the first fruits, then your whole deception game or whatever you're trying to deceive us with, it's not going to falter the whole entire nation as they want. They want to bring the whole nation down by trying to falter or to destroy the word of the elect. Okay, go on, brother.
It's Isaiah 10 and 22, and it says, "For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea,
Right.
yet a remnant of them shall return.
Right.
The consumption decreed shall overflow with righteousness."
Exactly. So the righteousness is going to begin with the elect. Again, the remnant that would return, that will not cease from preaching. As they want to see us cease from preaching. But that's not going to take place. Because there's a remnant that's going to reestablish the nation. All right? And like I said before, what they want is they want us to falter because of what they have got going on. But that, my friend, is not ordained. It wasn't written for that to happen. It wasn't ordained that we was going to come and we was going to come and wake up to this truth and this gospel, and then 1 minute, for a particular point of time, we're not going to lose everything again. No. We went there. We was already there before. Now we're back to who we are. As prophecy states in order. All right. That means that the Lord was a liar. That means that he's not fulfilling the other parts of the prophecy, but the Lord is a fulfiller of His word. Okay. And as I've said, that the Lord said that He was going to come back and be reformed to who we are, and that was going to take place. Okay, go on.
This is going to how the Lord guide us in everything. Psalms 23 verse 1. Yahweh is my shepherd, I shall not want.
Right.
He maketh me to lie down in green pastures.
Right.
He leadeth me beside the still waters.
Right. And the green pastures is talking about the trees, and also what? The rock. Go on, brother. That's going to.
He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul.
Right. He restored my soul. Go on.
He leadeth me
Yeah.
in the paths.
That's that guidance. It says He leadeth me, right? So that's the Lord guiding His men. Go on, brother.
In the paths of righteousness for His name's sake.
For His name's sake, because see, the Lord's name is on this right here as well. So the Lord don't want to defile His name. If we're put to shame concerning His doctrine, He's going to be defiled. He's going to put a stain upon His name, and that's not going to happen. The Lord is not going to let that go down. Okay, you better believe that. So what both having these characters, these cartoon characters that are trying to do, it's not going to work, man. The Lord wants to show and prove who He is and what kind of majesty He's got going on in this planet by using us as the example, man. To prove to the world that this truth cannot be overthrown, that it's only just that, the truth. The truth is equivalent to the oxygen that you breathe every day. You can't do away with the oxygen you breathe. Yeah. You may smack it, you may feel it, but guess what? You can't destroy it. That's this truth right here. Go on, brother. And that's what the Lord is doing. Yahweh Shine, He's really showing the power of His word. Okay? By having these different resistance come up against us. Go on, brother.
So yea, verse 4, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
The shadow of death is America, and also where we at right here in Great Britain. Go on.
I will fear no evil, for thou art with me.
Right, for thou art with me. Go on.
Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort.
Which is the scriptures, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort. Okay? So this is our comforter. Why is this the comforter? Why is the Bible the comforter? Because when we read certain scriptures, it uplifts our spirit. And what's so comforting is seeing other brothers that are in higher positions there, debating other guys and what have you, and that comforts us to let us know, okay, look, this truth ain't to be destroyed with, man. Right. You can't play with this truth. You can't deconstruct that which is what we have. Yeah. Okay? Especially for brothers that are, that may be low in faith. That's going to boost the faith of other brothers. And they're going to see that, and they're going to be more enthusiastic about this thing. Yeah? You got a precept?
Yeah, it's a precept about the comfort of this.
Okay, yeah, let it read.
Alright, this is Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
Might have hope. So our hope is in the scriptures, but we know, certain brothers are in a state of mind where we know that this is the truth now. We don't believe or have faith that this is the truth. We know that this is the truth. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel. Like I'm like one of those brothers where I feel like this is it. You know, this is not something to think. Okay, well, this may be the truth, or it may not be.
I wishy-washy spirit.
Yeah, that wishy-washy spirit. Like
It's something to do.
Oh, there's something to do on the side. No, like we know, certain brothers know that this is it. Like we went through all kind of ways. We were Christians. You know, we were dealing with different. You know, we've had family members that were part of Islam and all of these different philosophies. And when they came to us with these philosophies or these religions, we didn't really feel that that was it. Okay, it's like I have an uncle. You know, he was he was a Muslim, or I believe he's still a Muslim right now, right? And you know, there were times when he would come to me and you know, sit with me and talk about the Quran and all of that stuff. And I wasn't really feeling that. I wasn't really hearing that because I kind of felt that wasn't it. But when I heard this truth, I was already convinced that this is it. And I'm more convinced now.
Right.
You know?
It's
Go on, brother.
It's Isaiah 30 and 20, and it says, "And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction,
Right, which is this word. Go on.
yet shall not thy teachers be removed in a corner anymore,
Right.
but thine eyes shall see thy teachers,
Right.
and thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it, when you turn to the right and when you turn to the left."
Right, so the Lord set up teachers that gave us the way to, that gave us the way of understanding this truth, and that when we would walk away from it, we would think about it. Oh, yeah, that was kind of true what this brother said, or that man said, and I'm going to look into this more further and do some more investigation, and as I do the investigation, I then become a believer. Okay?
I'm going to do my own research.
Right.
Take life now, I'm going to
I'm going to do my own research. Right. Keep going, bro. That's it.
another precept. This is at John 8 and 32, and it says, "And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free."
Right. So now you don't have to be what's the word I'm looking for, man? You don't have to feel unconvinced that this is the truth. You know that this is it. And what that does to your mind is it makes you rest.
Right.
Because then you don't have to go looking for other things to add on top of the truth.
Yeah.
This is it. Okay? This is the truth that we have. Even when I was in the Christian church, that wasn't really enough to convince me that that was it. No. We needed some more on that, man. Okay, and now we're finding out that the Christians, they don't have the truth at all. They don't even know what they're talking about. Any Christian, any pastor, or high level pastor can come up here and we can destroy his argument. So that proves right there that we have the 100% truth of the Bible. And we would do because we're the children of the Bible. Go on, brother.
Right.
Go on, huh?
This is Ephesians 4 and 14, and it says that we henceforth be no more children,
Toss.
tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine.
And we're not going to do that because our minds are at rest because we have the truth. It says that the truth shall make you free. So when you're free, when the truth makes you free, now you can relax and come out. And be well convinced that this is what it is right here. You don't have to be tossed to and fro, carried away like the wind to every doctrine, man. Like, so for example, let's say if a Muslim guy come up and he tell you about the Quran or Muhammad, right? You gonna be like, nah, I ain't trying to hear that, man, because I know that that's not the truth. All right? And based on top of that, we know where Islam came from. And it thou shalt they come from the Most High. They come from God.
And there's no hope in that.
And there's no hope in that. Okay, I've seen Muslims struggling on drugs, in prison, in jail, weed, smoking cigarettes, drinking as you know, they say that they don't get drunk. But I've seen countless of Muslims walk up and down the street drunk out of their mind. Weed, smoking weed. Okay, so we know that that's not it. Christianity is not it, and Islam is not it. But what we have here, which is the gospel of which was taught 2,000 years ago, this is it right here for us, for our nation. Yeah, let him read this. Let him read this.
Second Esdras, chapter 7, verse 61.
Right.
That there should not be such heaviness in their destruction, as shall be joy over them that are persuaded to salvation.
Right, and there shall be joy over them that are persuaded to salvation, because none of these books, Salaki, I mean, none of these other religions that I spoke about they're not there to save our people. They're there to keep our people in a dark state of mind, man. So those of our people that are in Islam, they're in a dark state of mind. Them that are in Christianity, they're in a dark state of mind.
That's right.
Okay? But this truth right here is the way to salvation, the true salvation. And we know that according to the scriptures, not everybody can enter into this salvation. All right? Only the elect of the nation of Israel. That's the truth. Go on, brother.
This is James 1 and 21, and it says, wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness,
and receive with meekness, go on,
the engrafted word,
go on,
which is able to save your soul.
which is able to save your soul. So this is the Savior right here. This is the also known as the Comforter, which you have Muslims that will say, well, the Comforter is Muhammad. No, he is not no damn Comforter.
That's right. Especially not for
All right? And he is not for our people. Muhammad was nothing but an agent set up from the Roman Catholic Church to mislead and to misguide the Arabs so that they can become Arabic versions of Roman Catholic believers. That's why he was set up. Okay? Now, you don't have to believe what I'm saying, that's all right. But I've already done the research already. Okay? And I don't really care whether you believe me or not. But the point of the matter is that this is the truth right here, man. This is the truth of the whole entire planet. Okay? And especially for our people, the nation of Israel, the so-called blacks, the so-called Latinos and Native American Indians.
That's right.
This is the truth for us and those that are scattered abroad. That our Hebrew Israelites will look like the other nations. Go on, brother. And when I don't cut you, when the Messiah returns, the Messiah is not going to come back as no Muslim. He's going to come back as he was 2,000 years ago with what we're teaching.
That's right.
Okay? That's the bottom line. Go on, I just wanted to put that out there. Go on.
This is Sirach 6 and 22, and it says, for wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifest unto many.
Right. And she is not manifested unto many. The she that Solomon, right?
Sirach.
Yes, Sirach. What it says in Sirach talks about how speaks about how wisdom is likened unto a sheep, and not many will receive her. Okay, but only the elect will receive her. In other words, the wisdom, understand. The valuable men will receive that wisdom. Okay, so if you got 2.4 billion, Christians or Muslims, the Lord ain't dealing with that, because the Lord is only dealing with the select few. All right, He's only dealing with the elect. The Lord ain't dealing with billions of people on the face of the planet. The billions of people don't have a clue what the hell is going on with themselves, even the world that they're living in right now. All right, and that right there is proof that the Lord is not dealing with that. The whole church thing. Okay, you get that. Give me Acts 17, brother.
Revelations 19, verse 19. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army.
And you know that. And you know, I'm going to break this down. This is going to go over a lot of you people's heads that are standing here, right? And those of you that are watching on YouTube now, that are not supposed to get it anyway. What your government plans on doing is fighting these outside forces in the heavens. Okay, that's what they plan on doing. That's why Donald Trump always speaks about things concerning the space force or building weaponry for space. Why are they building these weapons for space? Because they know that the Lord is going to return. And what they're going to try to do is try to destroy the Lord. But they're not going to destroy the Lord. The Lord is going to destroy them, because the Lord is coming with a totally different kind of power from a different realm that's going to blow what they got going to smithereens, man, to powder, to smoke.
Right.
Go on.
And the beast was taken.
And the beast was taken. Who is this beast? The beast is talking about NATO and the EU, which makes up this revival of this ancient Roman system that we're under today. So this beast is going to be taken. Go on.
And with him, the false prophet.
Right, and with him, the false prophet. Now, what is the main false prophet that this is talking about? The Roman Catholic institution. The Roman Catholic is very well responsible for deceiving billions of people on the face of the planet by these different doctrines that they've produced out of their womb. Christianity 1, Islam number 2, and the list goes on. In the Episcopalian Church, the Seventh-day Adventists, all of these churches, they all revert back to the Roman Catholic institution. Right, the KKK Baptist Church, that also comes from the Roman Catholic institution.
Hey.
Right, they got that's got to be a
Chariot?
I think it was a balloons, brother.
The way they're working the formation together at the same time.
Those are chariots.
They're chariots. Look how they're in formation.
That's no chariots. There's no kind of chariot. Those are chariots, yeah, because they're the same. Right, they're synchronized.
Are you sure they're not praying?
All praise the Lord.
I'm shy.
And it's always right here, man.
Always here,
It's always here, yeah. Like the way they're flying.
those are chariots. Those are chariots. The way they're moving, they're moving
Same height and everything.
They're not even floating in different directions. They're floating like in the same
type of
distance apart away from
Those are chariots.
Yeah, those are chariots, man.
Those are plane
Those are the
chariots.
chariots of the heavenly Father.
Plane.
So that right there, my friend, that proves what I'm saying.
The second we start talking about it,
They just appeared out of the midst of nowhere. See?
It's not a
No,
helicopter plane.
he says moving smooth.
Yes, moving so smooth, and they're at one. The way that they're moving, the synchronization.
the same distance
Yeah.
apart. You're not floating away from one another. You know you're floating away from one another.
And the Most High made it clear so that we can see.
Because if it was balloon, they would either come together or zip up.
Drones don't move like that. That's moving too smoothly.
Right, exactly.
That is moving like it's floating.
Right. The balloons don't move like that. Steady, the same distance away.
It's got an aura around it. Like an aura.
And it's perfect too. The way they float together, the way they go together is perfect.
That's beautiful. You see, bro?
That's what I'm saying.
It's always at this camp, man. It's always at this camp.
That's what I'm saying. So, what I'm saying, and what we've all been saying for the past amount of years we've been doing this, now what's happening is our faith is manifesting what the shit is all about.
Right.
All right? And that's who Donald Trump and these political figures, they want to fight them. And that's what the shit is speak about.
Right.
Right. So this is the truth. What we have is the complete truth, man.
Yes, all right.
And we ain't not reading no Quran, we not reading no other book but the Bible itself. That's the book that we read.
And this confirms that we have the truth.
Right.
But you don't see them chariots hanging over the mosque.
No. You don't see them hanging around the Christian church.
Or
But
the
they always
Jehovah's Witness
right.
you see hanging around,
But they always come around here. Every time we set up cameras, like every week now. Every week we set up this camera, there's some phenomena happening above us. Alright? So that confirms it, man. Go on, brother. Read that.
Galatians chapter 4 verse 16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Right, exactly.
There you go, man.
So it's not possible, brother. It's not possible. And what's going to happen as well, I'll tell you what, brother, give me Revelations, the first chapter.
That's definitely not balloons.
Oh, and I'll tell you what, brother, you know the scripture again. I need you to get me the scripture.
Went up there, and I
You know
looked
the
at the
curse,
right
right
next to it. And I looked at the side,
You saw flying road, yeah, you saw flying road. Give me that. And really what that means is, as well is the coming of the second coming of the Lord. That's what that means, and what the Lord is gonna do with the angels on high, they're gonna come down here and they're gonna destroy the society as well.
That's right.
Right?
And then they're still the same distance away from each other.
They haven't moved.
Look at this. It's going slow motion. Can you see, bro?
That's definitely not balloons.
Can you see,
Definitely not
You won't be
balloons.
able to see it. It's too high up.
Yeah, no, it's not balloons. Not balloons.
The blues would have been once over
Yeah.
They're the same
Yeah.
distance away ever since they were over there.
Yeah.
Same speed, same distance.
Because the wind,
Exactly same speed.
yeah, the wind blows balloons, isn't it?
Same size.
And what's happening is they're going up gradually into the clouds. They're gradually going up into the clouds in motion.
This was in trouble, boy.
He said, don't know what the hell.
Yeah,
So that proves it, brother. That proves it.
the Area 51 is not going to save you, man.
All right. Yeah, Esau just put it out there to misguide the people, man. To not know